Oh, From Software, how I have missed you and the frustration which you wreak upon my controllers. At least I can level up my character, get some sweet armour, and withstand some of the most brutal attacks from your worst enemies. Oh, you've taken that away from me now, have you? Ah, okay. Sekiro was the latest creation from the mind of Hidetaka Miyazaki and the rest of the gang over at From Software, and, just like Dark Souls and Bloodborne before it, the game comes with its own set of unique rules and challenges. And my lord are there challenges. When I first started ploughing through the game, I was telling everyone, don't worry about Sekiro, you shouldn't have a single issue with the game. It's the easiest out of all of the Soulsborne titles. A statement which was very quickly turned around when I came across the Chained Ogre, one of the game's first boss monsters. I had rushed through the game to this point and missed one of the key tools used for taking this little bastard down, and try as I might, he would always grab me and smash my face into the floor until I died a bloody pathetic death. The statement quickly took a downward spiral to my friends to become, fuck Sekiro, I hate it, it's the absolute worst, I can't stand it and I suck at it and I just want to throw it in the bin. But there I was, trying again and again and again to take this little bitch down. This is where the secret to anything that involves Miyazaki lies, however. No matter how punishing the enemies or bosses or even just the section of the finely tuned world turns out to be, there is always something that compels you to go again and again, because the satisfaction of surmounting those challenges is just oh so sweet. Where Dark Souls took inspiration from Dungeons & Dragons styled worlds, and Bloodborne borrowed heavily from Lovecraftian works, Sekiro places itself firmly into the world of the samurai and the shinobi, much like Nioh before it, but with Miyazaki's extra special touch. This isn't the only change, however. The fundamentals of the combat is quite far removed from the works that came before it. Instead of focusing on withstanding attacks and coming back with your own between enemy breaks like in Dark Souls, or playing the offensive more aggressively with the combat in Bloodborne, Sekiro focuses heavily on the parrying mechanics and usage of the various shinobi tools, including the shinobi prosthetic arm, for which you can find a huge variety of tools from throwing stars to firecrackers right through to a fucking arm-mounted flamethrower. That's right. With this comes a completely different way of playing. Sekiro focuses on breaking your enemy's posture in order to deal the final killing blow. This ensures you play Sekiro a lot more aggressively, but also a bit more tactfully than Dark Souls and Bloodborne before it, focusing more on those imperative parries. Alongside the aggressive gameplay and all of the shinobi tools you could ever possibly wish for, however, comes the one tool that every shinobi must excel at: stealth. Which, oddly enough, feels super weird for a game from Miyazaki, but also feels absolutely perfect in the context of the game. There is nothing more satisfying than sneaking around in the grass, ramming my samurai sword into the necks of various enemies, likening a lot of the game to become closer to a spiritual successor to Tenchu than it is to Dark Souls. Therein lies the issue though. As much as I want to compare this game to the Soulsborne series, it does so much so differently that the game stands on its own merits. Of course there are some of Miyazaki's little touches in it, but I have to just categorically state as I come towards the end of this review, Sekiro is not a Soulsborne game. There's even a story to Sekiro, albeit not an amazing story. There's an actual scripted spoken set of words that follow along a linearish narrative of a beaten down hero trying to save a young prince. I have tried my hardest to keep as much of this game and its world as a surprise to you, whilst being able to describe just how much I love it. And whilst a lot of this has come off as waffle, Sekiro, like Dark Souls and Bloodborne before it, is something that has to be played in order to grasp just how great a game it is. From an incredibly detailed world to absolutely tight as an accountant's purse strings combat, Sekiro is a game that is as challenging as it is rewarding, and is easily one of the best games of the current generation. Short, sweet, buy this game. I give it a 9 out of 10. Like what you see and want more? Why not check out our other videos and subscribe while you're at it? You can also catch all of our news and reviews pieces over at www.respawning.co.uk and support us over on Patreon. All these links will be down in the description. I've been Joe from respawning.co.uk and I'll catch you all next time.